All right, I'm here. I promise. Tap that screen, everybody. Let's find out if people think that this bloody ass Jesus gives them peace. I don't think so. Okie girl, AZ dude. Are y'all in here still? Let me see. I'll share this out to a few people. Only got one person watching, really? It's not gonna push me out. Is it because of the Jesus? Ooh. Oh, you're all right. Please share it out, tap or whatever. I just want to start doing some lives. I really want to ask people why this brings them peace. You know, I get it, you know, there's a lot of blood and God needs blood, but why does this give you peace? And I can explain why I'm asking this question, maybe once I get a guest or so. Anybody can answer this. I don't care if you are Christian or agnostic or Sadakmac. Yeah, guessed up. Do I have the thing right to where the little request button is on? I'm such a boomer right now. Let's see, guess. Layout. Oh, good lord. That's fun, Kit. Guest. Yeah, panel. Okay, good. Yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about it. When I was little, it was like a very similar depiction of Jesus that I had seen. And I think that was like one of the first things I saw that I was like, no, this ain't me. You know, like that, this to me is like very scary. So I really want to know what people are saying to themselves or to others, explaining how, oh, thank you, this brings them peace. Does this make you tranquil? Does this make you feel safe? Because it makes me feel creepy. It makes me feel a little disgusted, scared. Like, why is there this mangled corpse-like thing hanging from a crucifix? That's barbecue sauce. Seriously, though. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it never has made sense to me. When I was a little kid, I would be in the Catholic church that I was going to for the first couple of years of my memory. And I would look up at this, and I would be like, that's a horror show. This is like a scary movie, right? Like, what is this? What's going on? And everybody else just acted like it was no big deal. And I was like, what? Why? Why is this bloody, mangled man up on a cross not a big deal to you? Like, other than, it's a good thing. Yeah, the Passion of the Christ, it's basically Saw, or what was that one with Eli Roth? Hostel. Like, level of, like, torture corn. So, I'm hoping to get some people in to maybe explain to me why this brings them peace and tranquility. We'll see. I'm not going to be a co-host with this weirdo. Yeah, guest up. Yeah, it's like Saw. It's like Saw, but he's both Jigsaw and the victim of Jigsaw. Like, I'd like to play a game with myself. Oh God, The Reconciler. Seth and I did watch that, and that was weird. There's another movie I want you guys to watch, by the way, that I think you would be surprised pleasantly. Ice, where'd you go? Yeah, I did see your BBM. I want you to do some more BBM. It's called The Devil Conspiracy. Ice, where'd you go? You're not in the invites anymore. I sent an invite. Right, Big T. Like, seriously. This screams like Charles Manson. Like, when he's like, make it witchy, Like, that's what this gives me. Like, make it creepy. Oh my God. Hello.
What's with the disrespect, bitch tits?
Bitch tits? Disrespect?
What's with the disrespect?
I'm asking, why does this bring you peace? Okay. I wish my face was not so huge on the screen. I can't make I can't shrink it with this type of whatchamacallit. Hold on, maybe I can change up the graphics. Hold on. Effects. Where's the one? I think it's this one. And then I can do that. And then I can do this. There. That makes things a little easier to see. You're fine, DC. I really hope some Christians come up and let me know why this brings them peace. I want to know why, do they look up to this and they think, oh, that's so beautiful. Like, that's so peaceful and tranquil. And that's so, it just makes me feel like warm inside and safe. Yeah, otherwise, we'll probably get the one or two people that are like, this is disrespectful, and then I'll just end up talking to chat the whole time. I do feel a little bit bad. Dugald's live right now, and Joel's going live in like 30 minutes. But why can't I go live? Why can't Benny go live? That's what I want to know. I'm not ugly. I'm not dumb. Tahir, I was trying to go on with my computer, but it was awful. It was so slow. I don't know what's wrong. I think Seth and I need to get some new RAM for our computer because it was saying like 96% of our memory was being used up and I had like nothing open. John Rodriguez, the purpose of this live is to ask, does this bring you peace? And why? I'm asking just anybody if they could explain to me why this brings them peace. It does not bring me peace. In fact, like, I don't like this image. I don't think that it's like appealing. I don't understand why Christians use it. I would like to know, am I religious at all? I don't know. I mean, I probably know the Bible better than you do, if that's what you mean. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. I do have this up on YouTube also. I could try and push this out to some other people. Woo! Oh, Burns is holding it down in there. Good. Thank you, Burns, on YouTube. I appreciate you. Elena girl, thanks for the vibes for $1.99. I do appreciate that. If I had my live up on a actual like computer, I could probably take guests from the YouTube, but I'm being lazy. So if you're on YouTube and you want to guest up and tell me why this makes you peaceful, then yeah, come over to TikTok, look up Benny Boy. Benny_boy. You'll get me. Oh, Jesus Christ himself joined. Jesus, why are you so bloody? Like, why? Why is this your icon? Why is this your avatar? Jesus. Answer me that. And while you're waiting, tap the screen. I think we do need to get up to like a certain amount or something or other. Thank you. I really want to get into some discussion here. This won't get too heavy on the Bible or anything like that. I'm like genuinely curious, like why this bloody, like, do you see that like down there, like next to his hips? Like, what's going on there? Is that where he got stabbed by the spear? I thought that was like in his chest. John, why don't you guest up? Explain it to me in person, please. Let's have a discussion here. Because I don't get it. Like, maybe you can explain it. I will be completely respectful. Like, this is just me. This is like 6-year-old me always wondering like what the deal was with this. What's a flash goal? Sure. Pin. Maybe that'll get some people in here. I'll just stay live. I don't care. Aw. Thanks, DC. Any friendlies, if you want to come up too, we can shoot the shit. You obviously don't know a lot about the Bible if you don't understand why this brings peace. What? I feel like a picture of like Jesus maybe helping out like somebody downtrodden would be a better icon. Like I don't understand why him like emaciated and bleeding up on a cross is peaceful. Like if anything, it should make you sad. It should scare you. It should like appall you. I mean, that's like what you naturally should feel when you see an image like this. Seems like I'm trying to rage bait people. I'm seriously just trying to figure out what is peaceful about this. Four more roses from four different people. Oop. I was trying to tap my screen, but then I realized. Rage baiting for sure. Okay, John. Well, then just call it rage bait. Don't explain yourself. Just say, well, if you knew the Bible, you would know why this brings peace. Thanks. That really helps your like answer. Thanks, Shelly Belly. Yeah, like also exactly, Seth. Like why do people wear the device that like he like was unalived on as like a remembrance of him or like a way to think about him? I just don't get it. I don't get it. John, I do know about the Bible. I know about everything from the synoptic gospels to the books and letters of what's his face, Paul and Peter. And I also know about the Apocrypha. I know about the Old Testament. I probably know the Old Testament a little bit better. I know about all the prophecies. I also know that Jesus didn't fulfill those prophecies. So that really makes this make no sense because he wasn't a Messiah. Yeah, it is a medieval torture device. Like nails through the hands and feet and leaving them up and, you know, making them starve and whipping them and putting a crown of thorns on them. Like, that's like what they were doing. Hey, Miss Julie. That's what they were doing to Jesus to, like, you know, punish him, to make him seem... Yeah, I get what the crucifixion is, and I get what you mean. Like, yeah, he's what is it? Like, he gave himself up for your sins, but he didn't because he wasn't the Messiah. So this is nothing. He was just a guy. I mean, you could maybe call him a martyr. You couldn't call him a Messiah, though. He was a false prophet. He's not a king of the line of David. Yeah, he was. You could call him an unfortunate fella. I could also say that he was kind of like he knew what he was getting into, though. So, like, can you really blame him? It doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Please, I want somebody to explain this because this is terrifying. And it's terrifying to children. And like Christians, don't you want children to like come in to the like religion? I'm explaining to you like what kept me from joining Christianity, and it was this. That's all it took. Like, I walked into the church, I saw this, I'm out. Nah, this is some cult shit. That's what I said. This is weird. Well, not really. I was like 6 years old. I didn't know what a cult was. But that's what I thought. Well, I mean, it's like hand in hand, Seth. The tree cartoon and the crucifix. Like, what scared me most about the tree cartoon was the creepy, like, bleeding Jesus. That's what like really freaked me out. But what I want to know, one depiction out of millions of that scene. What do you of a man nailed to a cross? What? How else should the scene be depicted? Is he supposed to be like fully clothed and like smiling, like that, like with his arms out? What? What does that mean? I don't get it. Yeah, fear. Now that is something that I believe is what they're trying to do. They're trying to first make you scared of like hell. Somebody, yeah, let him up. Covered in the blood of Jesus. Yeah, and that's the whole like blood of Jesus being like what's like the secret key to salvation. I don't get that either. Like, why couldn't it just been like a lock of hair of Jesus? Why couldn't Jesus just like clip his fingernails? I'm not mocking God, Pat. I'm like genuinely wanting to know. Like when I was a little kid, this scared me away from Christianity. I need somebody to like explain to me why I shouldn't have been scared of this. Yeah, but there's plenty of kids that probably go through the same thought process, John. Anyways, if you want to discuss this, please request up. No, after reading the story, I'm not scared because I know that this guy's a fake. But that's beyond the point. The point to me is why should I not be afraid of this? Yeah, and John, why don't you just come up and talk to me? All right, here we go.
Hi, Benny. How are you? I'm 41. I'm Christian.
Nice to meet you, Captain. Can you explain to me why this would ever bring peace to anybody?
When you say what are you referring to?
Like, I'm referring to this image of Jesus on the cross, like bloody.
Why would an image bring comfort to people?
Yeah, like a depiction of a torture device, of a death.
Depiction of a torture device. I guess I'm lost in your question. Why would an image? I'm lost. Can you say it in a different way, maybe?
Okay, so when I was a kid, I was brought into the Catholic Church. I walked in, I looked up, and I saw a creepy, bloody guy stapled to a cross. And I was like, that's terrifying. And I was like, I don't want anything to do with that. And it gave like the worst first impression.
Sure. Well, should we base what we believe in based on what we were afraid of as children?
Well, see, the thing is that first impressions matter.
Okay,
and
so
when you're a kid and you're like given this very like bloody, gory image to contemplate, you're probably going to be like, no, I don't like that. I want to go play with action figures, or I want to go watch a cartoon.
Well, if God exists, theoretically, if God exists, would it have to align with what you like?
Theoretically, if God exists, no, it wouldn't have to align with what you like.
Okay,
but if
that
God
answers
exists,
your question then.
No, that doesn't. Why would it?
So you're saying it made me afraid when I was a kid. Therefore, why should I believe in it if it made me afraid when I was a kid, right?
Why should it bring me peace?
Well, that's the thing is, for example, I was afraid of balloons when I was a kid, right? I didn't want to be around balloons, right? Some kids don't want to be around sandpaper or whatever, right? The reason why this is depicted in a lot of churches is not to placate to children, right? The reason why this is depicted to placate to adults who believe in Christianity, right?
Okay, I mean, I would objectively say that most adults, if this was anybody else other than Jesus, they would probably be like, "Why am I looking at this gory picture, this gory image?"
Turn the
Man,
hot
that's
tub
that. Why
on.
do you want to be far away from him? What did he do to you?
Woo!
Jared.
First,
Shitty God, and you all are shitty people. That's why.
Hey, host,
I
why
need
did
to,
you want to
I
be
need
so
to
long?
sit in the
man?
hot springs of hell and just float.
why couldn't they eat the fish? Like I just wanted so long, and why
Host, I had a
did you let
question.
people eat the lobster?
I have a question, host. Why
Hold
do you
on
want
one
to be
second.
far away from
Hold
God?
on 1 second. Hold on. Kelson, are you with us on purpose?
Hey, yeah, I just joined.
Allison?
How old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 21.
You're 21.
Yes.
Okay. Where does one find
Yeah.
God, Kelson?
Where does one find God?
Yeah. Where does one find God?
People find God in, depending on the situation that you are going through or the condition that you're going through. People find God at their lowest spots. People find God at their lowest point. People find God at an event. God is omnipotent. You can find him wherever you want to find him. But as for
Did you say
me,
God's omnipotent?
of course, he's everywhere. And he,
Okay, so God's